Then John said, "Hey, I'm going to start a Los Angeles Blues Breakers. I would like you to play lead guitar." And he hired me and Coco Montoya. And so that's when Mick Taylor and John McVie went their own way. And then I was still with John Mayall, and I was with him till '89 when I left and went solo. But while I was with John is when I had my run-in with Carlos Santana, who convinced me I needed to sober up.
So you were touring with Carlos, or you did a date together? How did it work?
We were in with Mayall back before the Iron Curtains came down and before the Soviet Union fell. We used to do State Department tours because, being in quotes a blues band, we were considered culture by the Russians. And so we could go and we could tour Russia and Latvia and East Germany and all these, Behind the Iron Curtain. We made an album called Behind the Iron Curtain that we recorded in Hungary in '85. But in '87, we were in East Berlin, and we were in a hotel for a week with Santana and his band. He had Buddy Miles fronting the band, singing with him.
Wow.
And who do you have? I'm trying to remember he had an amazing bass player. It was maybe like Alfonso Johnson or one of those guys. But anyway, Carlos, was at one of the gigs. We were in the same hotel for a week, both bands. And he came to me after the gig. I was in the bar at the hotel drinking, and he came up and he went like, "Man, what's with you, man?" And I was like, "Wow, I'm meeting Carlos Santana," and he's like giving me some shit. Like, "What do you mean?" And I'll never forget. He said, "You're in a famous band." He said, "There's 100,000 guitar players would give anything to play lead guitar in John Mayall's band and stand in the same spot as Eric Clapton and Mick Taylor and Peter Green. And you're there, and you've been given a gift of music." And he said, "But you're so drunk on the stage, you're doing this to who gave you the gift." And he raised his hand and he flipped the bird up at the sky. And he said, "That's what you're doing to who gave you the gift." And he handed me a book and he said, "Go to your room, read this book, and then let's talk." And I went to my room, I read the book. I came down, I spent the next 2 days with Carlos, and we had long talks about life and about art and about all sorts of stuff. The book is called Discover Your Possibilities, and it's by the Reverend Robert Schuller.
Okay.
And Carlos said, "Look, Walter, there's religion in here and there's psychology. If you want to, you can skip the religion, but you need to dig the psychology." And what the point of the book is this. This is basically what it says. Everyone has a passion or they have a gift. They need to figure out what their gift is, what they're good at, what they're passionate about. And they need to take that seriously, and they need to nurture it and develop it and respect it and love it. I'm going to lose it here. And you need to be the best you can be. And by taking it seriously and then sharing it with the world, you are making the world a little bit better place. And that was the point of the book. Wow. And I went to John Mayall and I said, "You will never see me high again." And I have not been high. That was July the 9th, 1987.
So it wasn't even a 12-step program. It was just you all of a sudden coming to the realization that where you were in life was you were destroying the very thing you worked so hard to achieve.
Yeah, I wasn't taking it seriously. It had become about the party. It had become about like, let's party up and be wild and crazy and live fast and die young and be the tormented blues man, and all that. And John, I have to say, was a big help too, because me and Mr. Mayall, he was sober and we had a lot of talks, and he would tell me, "Walter, you can play this music and you don't have to be tormented, and you don't have to be this wounded animal. You can be an adjusted person, and you could have a family, and you can have a good life and still play this music and play it with passion and play it with feeling and play it with commitment. You don't have to be all screwed up. You don't have to be this crazy person.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Check out our other vignettes and full episodes from a wide variety of guests for more great content. Please like, share, and subscribe, and become a member at SocialNRGPresents.com to access premium content and earn valuable energy points just for watching.